Before we learn to express ourselves with reading or writing, we're drawing. Whether it's a stick in the sand or paint or crayon, that's our primal expression. And if you look historically throughout the ages, people have always represented story and life experiences through pictographs or hieroglyphics. And I think it's such a primal way of expressing ourselves that it's just so basic. It's like learning to walk. And it's a way of reflecting who we are in the world. If I can, I would love to read a little quote from a wonderful, wonderful educator named Parker Palmer. And he says, "The transformation of teaching must begin in the transformed heart of the teacher. Only in the heart, searched and transformed by truth, will new teaching techniques and strategies for institutional change find sure grounding. To renew education today means renewing our own hearts, and the contemplative path can lead us there." So in my classroom, it was always important to me to start the day by gathering the children, and we would do some breathing exercises, and we would sit in silence, and sometimes I would put some special sacred music on so the kids could just become grounded and focused and feel their space in the classroom, in reality, in their own presence. Nice. Here, I'm going to sprinkle this. So in November, after the election, a lot of the kids came into school. They're very, very aware. This was 4th and 5th graders, and they had a lot of concerns. They were very upset by some of the rhetoric that they were hearing, some of the divisive language. And then I said, okay, what is a symbol that would represent who we want to be as Americans? And of course the kids said, the Statue of Liberty. So we really read a lot about the story of the Lady Liberty and why she came to America, and dealing with who we are as a nation, and a complicated nation. And I just love both the innocence, the integrity, and the passion that the kids bring to their art. An artist that I love to teach about is Matisse, because he went through so many turbulent times in his life, especially with his physical injuries and ailments, where he, as an older man, was not able to paint anymore. He didn't have the strength to stand. And so he started doing these paper cuts, and people thought, this is child's play. Yet, you know, he knew where he was going with it. And of course now people adore them. And so we talked about what the colors represented, and talked about all the doves he had as his companions. And I asked the kids to think about creating a scene of peace and using just scissors and paper. I really believe that, especially again, as we delve more and more into technology, which definitely has its place, we can't forget how instrumental the arts are for developing whole and full human beings, and that sense of self that should be, you know, jubilant and glorious and confident.